If I was a Reform MP or somebody in Reform UK that was in a position to affect policy, I'd be seriously considering every single Tory MP that wants to come over and defect to Reform. I'd be seriously considering that before refusing them. You can't be seen to be impolite. We are British after all. You want to take it under consideration, but effectively you want to say no thank you. This is the message that you need to send, and this is the message that many Reform voters want to see. Reform UK cannot be a receptacle for disaffected Tories, because when they were in government and when they were in position to actually make a difference and impact change, they chose not to. They chose to hide behind the rules of collective responsibility. So they should have took the bullet, they should have took the hit and said, no, I'm not going to abide by this. I'm not going to vote for this. I'm not going to be with the government on this. Resign the position in the government, become a backbencher, continue to fight on that principle, and if the Tories want to boot you, let them boot you. At the end of the day, you will have a clean conscience and you'll know you're doing the right thing. Suella Braverman may say the right things, but she's a coward. She didn't do any of these things. She decided to protect her own interest and protect her own pocket. Typical politician. What makes you think that she would be any different in Reform UK? What makes you think she'll do anything differently because she's got a new banner above her name? I wouldn't trust any Tory MP that comes over to Reform after Lee Anderson. Other MPs had the chance to defect and they chose not to do that. They took the chances. Jonathan Gullis, Miriam Cates, other good right-of-centre MPs took that approach and they were rejected by the voters. So what makes you think if they defected over to Reform that they would win a seat again? People want principle in politics. They want people to vote for the things that they believe in. They don't want people to vote the party line. That would be my consideration if I was in a position to impact change with Reform. Reform needs to be more than a receptacle for any Tory that doesn't want to be in the Tory party anymore because it's not expedient for them to be there anymore. Your mileage may vary. You may think I'm being too harsh. I don't think I'm being too harsh. I think I'm being reasonable, exceedingly polite even. I think her politics is questionable, and I think she's an opportunist, like all of them, or most of them at least. One or two may surprise you now and again, but no, most of them are, inevitably, very disappointing. I appreciate you watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for your time.